This video is sponsored by Storyblocks.
There's only one thing that is alright for a photo geek to have more than 10 on, and that's camera bags. This is Oberwerth. It's a very fancy bag made in Germany, so if you're buying Leica, this is probably the one to get. You want to get it made in the same place as your camera. It's my Sling bag.
Yeah, and I got it and recently took it to the place where my camera is made in. Well, not a park bench, it's in Wetzlar.
Yeah, so I've got lots of bags, lots of Billingham bags. I got a backpack from Manhattan Portage. But the trouble with backpacks is that you're kind of committed to having it just on your back. This, you know, you can just do that. I've already got a Sling bag from Low Pro, but they're just not very cool, are they, Low Pro? No. I mean, I've got it on loose enough so I can just do that. But presumably that's so you can have a tighter fit. And then when you take it off, you just unclip it. Whoa!
But you do get some quite modern buckles.
Yeah, well, at least they haven't gone for plastic.
These are Cobra buckles made by this company that makes climbing and safety equipment. The buckle is solid, safe, it's metal, it's quick to release, yet, well, safe.
This actually fits quite a bit. Mirrorless camera.
Lens.
It fits this. That's for posability. So that's just for me to stand on the street to pretend. But then actually I sneakily get this camera out and take that actual photo because
Because
you know.
it's got autofocus.
I was just thinking just then, it's actually quite close to the zip. You might have your lens cap on.
It does pack a surprising amount, but it all depends on the camera systems you put in the bag. If you're using a full-frame mirrorless camera, the most you'll be able to pack is a reasonably sized standard zoom and prime lens.
It's got some accessory as well. Well, a battery. That's not made by Oberwerth, that's made by Leica. So putting an air tag in there. Yeah, got other pockets. So the front pocket, surprisingly, it fits a Ricoh.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, right?
you really try to put as much as you can.
Yeah.
Because it can pack a lot. I think it's owing to the quite straight surfaces of the bag. There's no wasted space. Even with a larger compact camera like the Q3, there's plenty of space left over. Size-wise, it feels just right if you don't want the camera bag to be too cumbersome.
Also, I like the interior's red.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of non-black coloured interiors because it's easier to find your black camera, your black camera accessories.
That's true too. And it's just class.
Yeah, that too.
Photo taking post 80s.
With a very modern bag. I mean, worn in a modern way. These kind of look a bit like bum bags, don't they?
Yeah.
Or fanny packs, as they're called in America.
Did wrong.
Fanny means something else over here, just in case you don't know. You know the difference, don't you? Fanny, America, and fanny here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It feels kind of odd asking married man if he knows what a fanny is.
The thing is, leather might be considered not a very practical material for photographers, is it? Because, I mean, like your bag, Billingham, they've got like a rubber membrane in between them, which makes it waterproof.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to get this wet, would you?
Well, you can. It's just a lot of work afterwards. You
Yeah.
have to dry it, you have to oil it, or it's like a dress shoes.
Yeah.
It's full grain leather, that's the more robust part, so it will have some resistance to water, but it's a porous material. That means it soaks water up, basically. The trouble is, when the water dries out and removes some of the leather's oils, it could dry out the leather and it can crack.
I mean, to be honest, how often do you go out to shoot on a rainy day?
Not much. Well, when you can afford this bag, you can afford another bag for rainy days.
As I said, it's okay to have lots of bags.
Yeah, this is for when you fancy about it. I mean,
Even Locke has lots of bags.
yeah.
Mostly Billingham's. I guess if you're willing to chuck loads of cash on a number of bags, then a £463 leather sling bag isn't totally unreasonable, and it surprisingly fits anything from a blazer to a bright orange puffer, and likely anything in between.
Another thing I consider when getting a camera bag is how thief resistant is it? Billingham's, they've got the kind of, you know, people who haven't seen a Billingham they always struggle with it. So yeah, last time I went to America, they went and did it like this and then pulled it off. You know, they don't put it back for you. It's like, here you go.
Yeah.
Sort that out with an American accent, obviously. And then yeah, but it's just a quick release here, isn't it? But yeah, you just pull it. But still, you'd feel it if somebody pulls that.
Yeah.
What other kind of fastenings are there? Well, Velcro, you'd hear it.
Yeah.
It's be like, thief alert.
The trouble with zips is that they don't make too much noise.
I mean, if I've got it on the back like this, I'll probably have the zips, you know, closer to my armpits. So if they're going to undo it, they have to tickle me first. So I'll be like, oh, my camera bag's, oh, my camera's being stolen. Bosh, like that. Memory card.
Actually, that 2 plates, is that
Yeah,
for, oh.
I got my memory card. I've got my memory card here. 1, 2.
It's not just a bag designed solely for its looks. There's plenty of well thought out slots and cavities for storing the smaller bits and pieces.
So I think £467 is, it's, yeah, you know, it's expensive for a camera bag, but it's not unreasonable given the materials.
Yeah, I think how much is a Billingham Hadley small? It will be 100, 200.
Yeah.
And it's not leather. It's got a little bit of leather. So yeah, but that's full leather.
A Billingham mini eventer which has more leather than Hadley will set you back over £400. But this Oberwerth occupies a niche, leather camera bags. There just aren't many to choose from.
It's quite reasonable when you think of it to want a camera bag that's made of leather, unless you're vegan. Because, yeah, you know, some people like leather bags. But that actually isn't too much choice. When you type in leather camera bag, that's probably the first one that will come up. Well, there's probably some cheap, crappy ones about.
Yeah.
And even then, finding a good looking one is hard. Oberwerth's leather camera bags look pretty sleek without too much geek. And I think, if I do say so myself, the photo backpack Sling is the best of the bunch. If you want a leather camera bag, I think you could do a lot worse than to check out Oberwerth's offerings first. Let's just take a quick break from recording that voiceover to talk about the sponsor of this video, Storyblocks. It's a great website for beefing up your video content. That includes stock video, images, and templates for After Effects, Premiere, DaVinci Resolve, and Apple Motion. There's animated backgrounds too, but it's not just visuals, there's royalty-free music and sound effects also. It's a useful source for adding extra value to your content. I mean, I could find numerous bag videos that might be useful for somebody looking to make niche videos about bags. That is quite niche. But the great thing is that there's unlimited downloads of royalty-free stock media, so you can go wild. Like this. Bosh! Beef up that sponsored segment. Also, for Adobe Premiere users, there's a plugin that lets you access all of the Storyblocks goodness without leaving Premiere. You can learn more about Storyblocks and sign up for an account using the link down below.
Yeah, you don't buy a Ferrari and complain about the film economy, do you?
I'm not sure how you can liken that to Ferraris and fuel.
No, because
but
you buy that product and you know what it is for. You don't buy a leather bag and then, oh, it's heavy.
But I think if you're taking a leather camera bag, I'm sure you're not going, you know, to a big mountain, climbing up a mountain.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd look ridiculous.
Yeah, you go to the Antarctica
with
this. Yeah. And then, oh, this bit got some kind of like less hot if it is a hotter climate.
That's true. I mean, when I first looked at it,
so it don't stick to you like
yeah.
leather.
You have clothes on lock. Of course it won't stick to you.
No.
What are you thinking? You're going around dressed like Barry, like with his top off.